Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Caffeinated Dino and today we're continuing Aviary Attorney. We are on Act 2, I believe. And we'll see what it's called. January 7th, 1848. The Palais de Louvre. De Louvre? Let us be reasonable, senors. I am sure that this is a simple misunderstanding. There is no misunderstanding. In the name of the king, arrest that Spaniard. Act 2. A Fox Among Wolves. I knew Falcon wouldn't feel like turning up to the office on Friday. But now it's midday on Monday, and there's still no sign of him. This is becoming a little concerning. I should go look for him. I should probably go find him. His home would be a good place to start, but the bird brain never gave me his address. I'll just have to find him the hard way. So we're just gonna look around? Okay. Excuse me, monsieur. I'm looking for my friend. Do I look like a lost and found to ya? Buzz off, bird brain. Alright then. Chateau Grenier. Grenier. Excuse me, Mademoiselle Duhon. Down here. Oh, there you are. It's Barrelson, right? That's right. I heard about the case you were involved in. I never would have thought that the Baron was a murderer. He always treated me with the utmost respect. But then, I suppose it makes sense that the most ruthless killers are the ones who can put up the best facade. Yeah, I suppose so. Say, how's your friend doing? He seemed a little down last night. Oh, you've seen him? Yes, he was brooding in the corner of Le Canard Joyeux, mumbling and drinking. It was a little depressing, to be perfectly honest. Le Canard Joyeux? That's the dingy student bar on Rue Jean, right? It's not dingy, just a little rustic. In any case, that's an enormous help. Thanks, mademoiselle. Anytime, Sparrelson. Let's check there then. Sparrelson steps through the doors of Le Canard Joyeux, the dingiest student tavern in all of Paris. His nostrils fill the pungent aroma of sour wine and bitter tobacco. Well, ruffle my feathers if it isn't little Sparrelson. I haven't seen you in years. How you doing, hun? I'm feeling pretty good, Madame Cornell. Thank you for asking. I'm actually here to find a friend. He's a big guy named J.J. Falcon. Falcon? Yep, that sorry lump has been here all weekend. He's just been moaning and muttering to himself all weekend. Frankly, he's bringing the whole atmosphere down. I'll take care of him. Thanks, Madame Cornell. It's no problem, hun. He's probably still in the corner of the drinking room upstairs. Select a room to investigate. Well, the drinking room, duh. No sign of him. Mon Dieu, I almost stepped on the big fellow. Falcon? Falcon, what are you doing on the floor? Hey, Falcon, wake up. Wow, the bird's completely out cold. He must have drunk this place dry. Let's see, how do you wake up a drunk person? Pour a drink on his head. Well, I guess it's time for a rude awakening. Wakey, wakey. Oh, he's wet again. Ah, good, you're up. Are you with us, Falcon? Yeah. Feeling sober? We should probably head back to the Aviary office so we can get some work done. I don't understand that, Sparrowson. Huh? I thought I did everything right. I followed all the procedures. I found all the evidence. I presented the case beautifully. And yet, a guilty feline walks free while an innocent man sits in custody. What went wrong? Where is the justice? We need to try harder? Maybe we need to try harder? Try harder? I don't know if we messed up, or if the system's messed up, or what, but we just have to do our best as lawyers, I suppose. Maybe if we work hard enough, we can stop mess-ups from happening again. Sorry, Falcon, I don't have the answers, but what I do have is a freshly baked croissants from Pierre's Boulangerie. Croissants. Yep, they're waiting for you back at the Aviary. I'm sitting here, moping about justice, and you offer me croissants. Well, it's not just croissants. I've got some pain au chocolat, too. I can go for some pain au chocolat. Fantastic. Then, let's make a move. Alright, I admit it. These croissants are amazing. I told you, Pierre's Boulangerie on Rue Verde is something else. Oh, that reminds me. The baker told me something interesting. Do you know what they call pain au chocolat in America? They don't call them pain au chocolat? Nope. Pronunciation difficulties. American is a whole nother language. So what do they call them? Chocolate croissants. Hello? Chocolate croissants. What do they call profiteroles? Oh, I think those are still profiteroles, but rather than custard, they fill them with ice cream and smother them in melted chocolate. Simply outstanding. Is this the Aviary attorney? Can I speak to someone, please? Well, what do they call crepes? Excuse me? Did you just hear something, Sparrowson? Down here. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. What can I do for you, little one? Oh, gosh, where to start? Your name, perhaps? Mousy. My name is Mousy. And what can we do for you, Monsieur Mousy? I have this friend, and he has fallen under some legal turbulence. Legal turbulence? You mean he's been arrested? Yes, I suppose so. They're saying he's a murderer, but he didn't do it. He didn't do it. That's quite a problem. I know, but I forgot to mention, he's the Prince of Spain. The Prince of Spain? And you didn't think that was worth mentioning from the start? I forgot. I must ask, Mousy, why did you come to us? I would have thought that the Spanish royal family would hire a legal counsel with a little more... not terribleness? Expertise. The prince has great faith in your lawyering skills, Monsieur Falcon. He said that your reputation as a lawyer was renowned. Really? The prince said that? This is a great opportunity, Falcon. Surely you wouldn't deny a request from the Prince of Spain. Of course not. We'll take the case. Of course we'll take the case. Grab your coat, Sparrowson. We have royalty to defend. That's the spirit. Good luck to you, messieurs. You aren't coming with us, Mousy? I have other matters to attend to. But Prince Juan is being held in the Conciergerie. I'm sure he will fill in all the details. Right. Let's make a move then. I am concerned that maybe Juan did not call for us, since Mousy's not coming with us. Good day, Monsieur. Oh, it's you two again. Nice work in the Lady Kitten's trial. Baron Rogrose is pacing around a cell right now, ranting about wringing your neck. Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's super mad, but hey, a criminal's a criminal, right? If the lion didn't want a death sentence, he probably shouldn't have killed the guy. Oh, you're not here to defend him, are ya? Because that would be hilarious. We're actually here to see Prince Juan Querido, heir to the throne of Spain. The mouthy fox, huh? That guy's driving me nuts with his seigneurs and his flamboyant attitude. I see the sooner he hangs, the better. Well, come on then, while we're young. The Prince of Spain, I presume. Indeed, I'm Juan Querido, heir to the throne of España, and you must be the legendary lawyer, Senor J.J. Falcon. Well, I wouldn't say legendary. I wouldn't even say notable. Such humility, I would expect nothing less from renowned individuals such as yourselves. But let us get down to business. I trusted my compañero, Mousy, explained the situation. He told us that he had been accused of murder, but we need some further details before we can start our investigation. Ah, of course. What is it that you wanted to know? To be honest, Prince Juan, I'm a little confused as to how a member of royalty can get in so much trouble. Could you walk us through your activities of the day of the murder? Of course. Let me see where to begin. It was a cold and misty morning of the 6th of January, and I had heard that King Louis Philippe was unveiling a new painting at the Palais de Louvre, and I had wished to meet the man himself. So, after a brief stroll and picnic in the Tuileries garden, I entered the palace. I found the royal entourage in the Louvre Grand Gallier. When I saw an opportunity, I presented a humble gift to the king. A rose, an international symbol of passion and virtue. How romantic. But before the king could take it, a rather rude person snatched it from my fingers. It was a royal guard, a dog by the name of Major Howell. Ouch! Cried out Major Howell. I had pricked myself upon the thorns of this dastardly flower. And then the major slumped to the floor. His face turned blue, his mouth frothed, and he died. He died straight away after being pricked? Straight away, senor. It's obvious that the pricked finger was the cause of death, but I don't know of any poison that acts so fast. Nor do I, Senor Falcon, but clearly the police felt that poison upon the rose's thorns was the only logical explanation. And with so many witnesses, even the king himself, what could I say to defend myself? So where did this rose come from? I acquired it from a beautiful Parisian flower seller at Les Halles Market, a girl by the name of Catherine Marie Signy. But surely you're not suggesting that the flower girl applied the poison herself, Senor Falcon? Well, I'm not making any accusations yet. I'm just planning to explore every line of inquiry. Did you want to ask something else, Senor Falcon? Why did you come to Paris, Prince Juan? I was on a diplomatic mission. I did not know whether you were familiar with current events, but you may have heard that my country is in a state of turmoil. Contenders for the Spanish throne are slandering, plotting, backstabbing. It's chaos, and the people are suffering. So I thought, if I could be friends in French royalty, perhaps even the king himself, maybe I can strengthen my family's name. With the Querido dynasty restored, I would have a chance of bringing peace to my beautiful nation. Well, I guess that plan's gone out the window. Barrelson, don't be rude. No, he's right. I failed terribly. Don't fret, Prince Juan. We'll do everything in our power to clear your name. Maybe once the dust has settled, you will have another opportunity to speak of King Louis Philippe and complete your mission. Thank you, Senor Falcon. I am sure you will do your best. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? What were you reading before we so rudely interrupted? Ah, this book is a Spanish classic, Don Quixote de la Mancha. Do you know of it? I'm reading for squares. I've read it. I know the general plotline of it. Oh, I know the general plotline. Have I read it myself? No, but I've seen a play of it. Let's say I've heard it. Maybe he'll remind me of something. I've heard of it. It's about a knight who jousts windmills, right? Well, it's a little more than that. That's one part of the story, yes. The hero is a virtuous but elderly knight by the name of Don Quixote. In the chapter you mentioned, he takes arms against an army of giants who are terrorizing a town. Quixote's partner, Sancho, warns him that giants are just windmills, and their flailing arms are just sails twirling in the wind. But Quixote doesn't listen. He takes up his lance, gets on his horse, and charges anyway. Sounds more like dumb Quixote, am I right, Falcon? Perhaps he is dumb, Senor Sparrowson, but many of us spend our whole lives jousting imaginary giants. Speak for yourself, Juan. I've never been jousting, let alone seen a giant. I think we're getting off track here. Indeed. I tell you what, Senor Falcon. I'll lend you my copy of this book. Perhaps you'll have time to give it a read at some point. Maybe I will. Thank you. El Ignacio Hidalgo, Don Quixote de la Mancha, has been added to your evidence folder. Was there anything else you wanted to know? No, I think that's everything. Thank you. What's the plan, Big Bird? Well, we have 2 lines of inquiry. We should head to the scene of the crime, the Palais de Louvre, and see if we can find any clues or witnesses. And we should interview the flower girl in Lehi's market to see if she has anything to say about this alleged poisoned rose. 2 tasks spread over 6 days? That almost sounds too easy. Let's not come complacent. Good luck, senores. Wait a minute, Falcon. What is it? Did something seem off about Prince Juan to you? Aww, he's quite a character. He seems colorful to me, throwing roses, spouting about literature. Juan's one suave Spaniard. Maybe I misread him. Well, look, if this is bothering you, then we can always ask around. Maybe someone in the city knows Juan's dirty secret. If he actually has anything to hide, that is. Yeah, let's dig up the dirt. But we still got a trial to prepare for. Priorities, Sparrowson. Oh, we can go back to the bar. Let's go to the palace. Falcon and Sparrowson make their way to the Palace du Carrousel, the courtyard just north of Louvre's Grand Gallier. That's the Arc de Triomphe over there, right? I swear it's smaller than how I remember it. That's the Arc de Triomphe de Carrousel, you doofus. The big Arc de Triomphe is up the road. What? No way. Why are there 2? Because when a man like Napoleon invades half of Europe, he gets to build as many triumphal arches as he damn well pleases. Well, I never expected to see you here, JJ. That arrogant voice. Good day, Severin. Let's be civil, JJ. Why don't you introduce me to your new assistant? Fine. Severin, this is Sparrowson, my assistant. Sparrowson, this is Severin Cocorico, the most pompous prosecutor in Paris. Oh, are you 2 old school friends or something? More like arch rivals. Please, JJ, I think arch rival implies some sort of competition. As I recall, we've met in court on 5 occasions, and on 5 occasions did you get humiliated terribly. I'm amazed that failing bird brain like you is still able to get clients. Actually, Severin, business has never been better. I'll have you know that I'm currently being employed by the Prince of Spain, no less. The Prince of Spain? Juan querido? Well, this is quite an amusing coincidence. Don't tell me. Correct. I'm the prosecutor for the very same case. It is a pity that the Spanish prince will indubitably hang, but I suppose that's what he gets for hiring a bird brain to represent him. Don't call me a bird brain. You are the only bird brain here, Severin. One always speaks badly when one has nothing to say. Voltaire. Uh-oh, he's giving you the verbal smackdown. Quick, Falcon, make a witty retort. Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm rubber and you are glue. What he's saying proves nothing. Voltaire. Ooh. Heh. Very good, JJ. A worthy repulse. Oh. But enough talk. If you messieurs would excuse me, I have a case to prepare for. JJ, Sproutson, I'll see you two in court. Ugh, can't stand that guy. He did seem like a bit of a cockerel, but is it true what he said? You know, that he trounced you in court 5 times? I can't deny it. Severin has a reputation as a ruthlessly thorough prosecutor. Mountains of evidence, surprised witnesses. It's no wonder he always manages to one-up me. But this time will be different, right? I hope so. I know so. For you see, I saw this annotated map of the Louvre out of Cocorico's pocket when he was busy rattling off Voltaire quotes. Sparrowson, that's pretty impressive, actually. I swear you were standing 3 meters away the whole time. You tall birds are so busy with your heads in the clouds that you don't ever notice the small folk running around your feet. Pitching Cocorico's pocket was like taking candy from a very tall baby. Let's take a closer look. I see. This map shows the entire Louvre area. Everything from Tuileries to the Rue de Louvre. Most convenient. We're currently standing here in the Palais du Carrousel. And those pendant arrows seem to show the route taken by the king's entourage, which meant the king first went here, through the Salle de Tibre? And then here, in the Grand Gallier, where the murder occurred. Didn't Prince Swan say he spent the morning in the Tuileries Gardens? That's right. So that means Prince Juan approached the Louvre from the west side, somewhere over here. Sounds like we have a lot of places to visit. Where should we go first? I mean, we're here. So let's go this way around. So this is the Salle de Tibre. If I understand Cocorico's notes correctly, this is the room the king and his entourage stopped in before heading to the Grand Gallier. This room doesn't seem to be very popular. I don't see anybody around to interrogate. Interview. Right, interview. Well, since it's quiet, maybe we should do the opportunity to do a little snooping. What would be the point? Surely all the interesting evidence would be in the Grand Gallier, where the murder took place. Think about it, Falcon. The police would have already gone over the Grand Gallier with a fine-tooth comb. But I bet that numbskull Inspector Violetti didn't even think to check this room for clues. There might be a murder weapon just under our beaks. Your logic seems a little questionable, but it wouldn't hurt to have a look, I suppose. A shiny copper urn. I guess it was used for carrying water, or for cremated remains. Probably not both at the same time. It smells good. Don't sniff the exhibit, Sparrowson. No, really, this urn smells amazing. It's almost chocolatey. You poor thing. You're hallucinating from hunger. Would you like to stop by a bakery on our way back to the office? Don't patronize me, Falcon. My nose never lies. I'm telling you, there's something in here. I can feel it. Now you're touching the exhibit? That's definitely a no-no. See? Look what I found in the urn. Put that down, Sparrowson. It's someone's old rubbish. No, look, it's a chocolate wrapper. Judging by the smell, the chocolate was bitter and dark. 70, perhaps, 80% cocoa. Belgian in origin. The level of wrapper crumpling and the firmness of the chocolate residue indicate that this was discarded just a few days ago. Yes, I am certain. The chocolate contained in this wrapper was undoubtedly consumed on the 7th of January, the day of the murder. Mon Dieu, Sparrowson, you deduce all that from smelling the wrapper? Imagine what I could work out if I tasted it. That won't be necessary. Sparrowson, if you could apply this level of critical thinking to areas outside of food, you would be the world's greatest detective. If only all evidence were edible. So, do you have any idea of which shop this chocolate was purchased from? That might help us track down the person who consumed it. No, there's no possible way we can know that. I suppose we would have to visit every confectioner in town and sample every bit of merchandise for comparison. What a chore. Interesting, because I can see Lander Hagelstock's Chocolate Emporium written on the wrapper. Well, you can't blame a bird for trying. Okay. I'm not sure what this is. Some sort of stand or podium? Maybe it's just a decorative piece. It's a Roman doorstop. Roman doors were enormous marble slabs, so those doorstops had to be similarly large in order to stay in place. I don't think that's right. My uncle's a Roman historian. Trust me. These columns have been designed to look Roman. I think the style is Ionic. It's not Ionic, Falcon. Iony is when a character says something, but the reader knows it means something completely different. That's not... Never mind. I see a cabinet full of engraved plates, mostly bronze. How much do you think they're worth? I don't know. 300 francs apiece, at least. What? Are you serious? I'm in the wrong profession. I don't think archaeology works. It's a get-rich-quick scheme, Sparrow said. Who said anything about archaeology? I'm going to become a museum robber. Oh, well, that's one way to get rich quick. This is some sort of ceremonial container. It's beautifully crafted, but what did it contain? Maybe it's an arcane wine cabinet. Don't be so ignorant, Falcon. This is a sacred Mesopotamian artifact gifted to Emperor Hadrian for his victory at Euphrates in 123 AD. Stop making stuff up. You and I both know nothing about Mesopotamia. Alright, you got me. This could be a hippo's chamber pot for all I know. A supporting column. It's holding the roof up. And the column were truly supportive, it wouldn't hold the roof up. It would encourage the roof to get to its location on time. Anything else here? Nope. I guess we're done. We're done here. For now, at least. We can't spend all day staring at Roman artifacts, I suppose. So where next? The Grand Gallery. Here we are. The Grand Gallery. The murder room. I believe the murder occurred right under the new painting. I see hundreds of paintings. Which one is the new one? I haven't the foggiest. We will have to ask someone. Please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me. Excuse me, monsieur. You look like you know your Mona Lisas from your last suppers. I don't want attention. Maybe he's not talking to me. Nope, he's definitely talking to me. Keep it together, Eric. Oh, hi. Would you happen to know which painting was unveiled on the 7th of January? The one the king came to visit? Oh yeah, I can help you with that. It's a piece right behind you. Ah, I see. It's a painting of the king himself. That's one noble-looking penguin. What do you think of it, Falcon? What do I think? Well, I'm no art critic, but... it's subtle and nuanced. The careful brushstrokes, the pre-Raphaelite soft tones, and the subliminal use of light. This is contrasted, nuanced work. It's an evocative painting that alludes to a forgotten era. You said a lot of words, and I'm not sure if I'm any closer to knowing your opinion. I'm getting the impression you monsieurs aren't regulars at art galleries. No, we're a right pair of Philistines. Speak for yourself, Falcon. I've never been to the Middle East. Then I guess you're here to investigate the king's assassination attempt? That's right. We were actually hoping we can ask you a couple of questions about what you saw. Oh, I wasn't even in Paris when the murder took place. I didn't see anything. But, I have a friend who might be able to help you out. What's this? What's this? R&M Associates, the home of Renard Vulpes, private investigator. Thank you, but I don't normally deal with the gray area of the law types. No, please give the guy a chance. He helped me out of a bind before. I'm sure he can do the same for you. Well, I'm not making any promises, but I'll keep hold of the card. We appreciate the help in any case. It's no trouble. Thank you for your time, monsieur. Is there anything else we can do here? Well, ideally we would turn the whole Grand Gallery upside down and hunt for evidence. But that's not possible with so many people around. Should probably just move to another room. Really? You don't want to look even a little bit? Our feather-headed friends wander through the immaculately maintained Tuileries Gardens. Nothing seems out of the ordinary until they spot a familiar face picking up litter by a tree line. Hey Falcon, doesn't that groundskeeper over there look familiar? Yeah, now that I'm looking at him, he does look a lot like that photographer. What's his name? Robitio Robinio. Did someone call me? Oh, it's you. The lawyers who don't appreciate masterful photograph when they see it. It's good to see that you gave up on your artsy dreams to pursue the more grounded career of groundskeeping. Hey, I'm not doing this willingly. I was given a community service for committing perjury. Can you believe that? They gave me, an esteemed photographer, community service. Me! Yeah, I can believe that. Perjury is somewhat serious. You should be thankful that you got off without jail time. You sound just like that self-righteous Judge Maxine. So did you two want to ask me something, or are you just here to gawp? Personally, I'm just gawping. Actually, I do have a couple of questions, if you don't mind, Monsieur Rubinio. I don't suppose you bumped into a Spanish fox who goes by the name of Prince Juan, have you? A Spanish fox? No, I've never met anyone like that. If this is about an assassination attempt on the king, then you're asking the wrong person. I only started working here today. I see. Was there anything else you wanted? So, how's that new groundskeeping job working out? Terrible. Tourists are pigs. Sometimes literally. Look at all this rubbish I found. Beer bottles, tin cans, apple cores. And look what I picked up by the west entrance. A book page. A whole book I can understand, but a single page? What kind of blithering moron loses just one page? Wait a moment. May I take a closer look at that, monsieur? Don Quixote. That's a page from Don Quixote. May I take it off your hands, monsieur? Sure. What's it worth to you? What's it worth? It's trash. It's literally worthless. Then I suppose I'll be destroying it, as per my duties. Alright. I suppose you deserve a little compensation for your trouble. How about you give me the page and... I'll pay you 5 francs. Easy money, right? 10. 6. 10. 8. 10. Wow, Falcon, you suck at bartering. Alright, fine. 10 it is. Take my damn money. How much money do we have left? 49. Page 44. What did it say? Page 44, Don Quixote. Did you want something else? That's all. We'll let you get back to your work, Monsieur Rubinio. Are we done here? No. We wanted to talk to the lady who sells flowers. Where's the lady who sells flowers? I thought she was in the garden. Okay, so I guess we're done. Are we all done here? Yep, let's go. Yep, let's make a move. Good call. We can always come back later if we've forgotten something. A new day. Oh, look at all these places. Oh, yes, she was at this place. The pair arrive at Le Haye's market. Vendors and buskers, performers and thieves, bourgeoisie and peasants all bustle from place to place. Prince Juan said he met a flower girl here. Signy, I think he said her name was. There's a swan with flowers over there. Do you think that's her? I think so. It's possible that she knows the murderer, or even that she is the murderer herself, so she probably acts with tact and finesse. Excuse me, Mademoiselle Flower Lady. We would like a word. Tact, Sparrowson. Tact. We've been over this. Good day, messieurs. Are you interested in purchasing a flower? Yes, I wish to purchase a rose for my lady. I'm afraid that I'm out of roses. I sold my last one a week ago. Perhaps you'd be satisfied with chrysanthemum instead? 'Tis a beautiful flower from a fair maiden. Please don't mind Sparrowson. He fell out of his nest as a baby and has said dumb things ever since. Hey! Let me introduce myself. I am J.J. Falcon, defense attorney. Are you Mademoiselle Signy? That's right, Catherine Marie Signy. I suppose you're here to ask about the royal assassination attempt? How did you know? I'm not full, monsieur. I know the rose I sold was used as a murder weapon. To be honest, I'm surprised it's taken so long for someone to directly question me. The Parisian police seem to have a habit of missing obvious leads. So, do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions? Business is slow. Please ask away. Mademoiselle, you mentioned that you stole your last rose a week ago. Who did you sell it to? The person who bought the rose? I didn't catch his name, but he was a charming red fox. Sounds like our Juan. I met him around a week ago, on the 6th. We talked for a little while, about the usual things, you know, like how everyone seems to be in debt these days. Then he bought a rose and left. I hear that the fox is on trial, but to be honest, monsieur, I don't think he's guilty. Oh? Why is that? Well, actually, never mind. It's just a gut feeling. Oh. Mademoiselle, it just so happens that we're defending this particular fox and the cold justice. If you have something to say that can prove his innocence, now would be the time to let us know. I'm sorry, messieurs. I can't. Oh, no, come back! Come back! Wait, Mademoiselle Signy, wait up! Damn. Nice display of tact and finesse, Falcon. You scared her off. Swan obviously knows something crucial about the case. We need to get to the bottom of whatever it is. Agreed, but I don't think she'll be in the mood to tell us anything else. I know. Why don't we try acting with a little more tact and finesse next time? Hush. Oh, was that a whole day wasted? Oh no. I can go back. That's strange. I don't see any sign of the flower girl. Yeah, probably because you scared her off with your crazy tact and finesse strategy, dummy. Or maybe you scared her with your horrendous inappropriate flirting technique. I'll have you know that I can flirt like a peacock in tail fanning mode. We really don't have time for this discussion. Let's just continue our investigation elsewhere. Oh, I meant to collect the chocolate. Really, Falcon? I thought you were done with your mopey drinking. I'm not here to drink, Sparrowson, or mope for that matter. Taverns are a fantastic hub of information. If we wish to get to learn more about this Prince Juan, then this would be the ideal place to start asking questions. Oh, that's pretty good thinking. Ah, you two are back. Are you feeling any better, Falcon? Much better. Thank you for asking, Madame Quenelle. That's great to hear, hun. Will it be the usual? No. I'm back to investigative work today, so I've got to keep sharp. We wanted to know if you've seen a Prince of Spain around here recently. A Prince of Spain? I don't know if you've noticed, hun, but this isn't exactly the classiest pub in Paris. I'm lucky to serve the occasional bourgeoisie, if you can forget about seeing a member of royalty. That's a pity. Maybe I should ask some of your patrons. Feel free. The old regulars Rufus and Powell are playing cards in the attic, same as always. But we get all sorts of colorful characters in the drinking room. I bet if you rattled enough cages, you would find someone who knows whatever it is you want to know. Thank you, madam. Let's see. Where to start? Well, it said there were regulars, so let's talk to the regulars. Come on, Paul. Just one more game of Jacques Noir. Absolutely not. My wallet is hurting enough as it is. Please, I'll even let you deal this time. The answer is no, Rufus, and Skint. If you want to play cards, you'll have to ask someone else. Fine, I'll ask that big fellow. Excuse me, monsieur. Yes, you, monsieur. Would you care to play some Jacques Noir? No. I'm assuming it's blackjack. And I'm not good at blackjack. I'm afraid I don't have time for that, monsieur. I have some investigative work to take care of. Come on, surely you have time for one quick game. Fine. Alright, you've twisted my arm. Very well then. Do you know how to play? No. Nope, I'm only familiar with single and tap to rock. Oh, this is much better than those silly games. Let me tell you how it works. I have a deck of cards with values between 1 and 11. I deal you one card at a time. If you hit 21, you win. I give you 5 francs. 5 francs? That seems a little steep. This is a man's game, monsieur. Only children gamble over pretty sous. Besides, higher stakes make for a more exciting game, right? I suppose so. Oh, it counts it for me. Nice. One more? I don't need to reshuffle it. Oh. Do I lose 5 francs? Yikes. No, no more. No, I think we're done. Maybe another day, monsieur. I understand. Feel free to come back anytime. I wanted to talk to you! Ah, the big fellow's returned. Here to play some cards, monsieur? No? I don't have time for that, monsieur. I have some investigative work to take care of. Come on, surely you have time for one quick game. No. No, thank you. Maybe later. I understand. See you around, monsieur. Okay, we can't ask him questions. So there I was, in the grasslands, 10 kilometers downriver, rifle in hand. I had been pursuing the set of footprints for hours. I was getting closer and closer. I could almost smell the beast. Then I spotted it. It was a boar. A big, stupid boar, completely oblivious to my existence. I readied my gun. I carefully took aim. And then BAM! You shot it? No. It was the most peculiar thing. The boar slumped over dead right before I could take the shot. Sounds like one of them heart attacks. Manan went the same way. That's what I thought. But when I went to take a closer look, I noticed the boar was frothing at the mouth. Whoa, was it rabid? Possible, but I don't think so. I remember reading something about frothing around the mouth being a symptom of poisoning. Needless to say, I left the dead animal alone. Good call. Who wants to deal with tainted meat? Excuse me, monsieur. Yes? Can I help you? You said the beast you were tracking might have died from poisoning? Could you give us some further details? Further details? I'm not much of a poison expert, I'm afraid. Well, what do you think caused it? I would guess that it ate something bad. I saw some of that poisonous plant around. Wolfsbane, I think they call it. But really, I have no idea. I'm a hunter, not a vet. Excuse me. Excuse me, monsieur? What is it? I don't suppose you've seen Juan Querido around here. He's Spanish royalty. Foxy fellow, swanky hat, calls everyone senor. That doesn't sound familiar. Do you recall seeing anyone like that, Piero? Ain't got a clue. Sorry, messieurs, you're barking up the wrong tree. Well, what can you tell us about the Spanish royal family? Do we look like walking encyclopedias or something? I'm afraid my compadre has a point. If you want to talk about hunting, then I'm your man. But Spanish royalty? That sounds like a question to be answered at the library, monsieur, not a tavern. A library? Maybe you're right. Sorry for bothering you, monsieur. Let's give them some peace. Are we ready to hit the road? Yes. New day. Let's go to the chocolate emporium and then go to the library. Just so that we don't forget. I don't know how many days we have left. Wish it told me. Right? It doesn't tell me anywhere? No? Maybe we should just go to the library instead? Yeah, I'm gonna just go to the library. The chocolate is random, but this will most likely give us like definitive information. Here for a little light reading, are we? Not quite, Sprousen. I'm following the hunting beagle's advice. Don't eat poisoned pork? The other piece of advice. But if we want to learn about a member of royalty, we should hit the library. Oh, that makes sense. Say, Falcon, I've been meaning to ask, since we're in the library and all, are you a classic literature fan, or do you prefer more modern works? Ratings for squares. I like the classics. I like the classics. You know, Alain René Lassange, Crébillon and Fille, that sort of thing. Don't try to act smart. I saw you reading that book of naughty limericks the other day. You didn't think I would notice because you put a dull-looking slipcover over it, but I knew, Falcon. I knew. Would you, messieurs, mind lowering your voices? I can hear you squawking from the other side of the building. Ah, my apologies, monsieur. We'll keep it down. Wait, you're a librarian, aren't you? An astute observation. Yes, monsieur. As the only quiet person in the library, I am most assuredly the librarian. Well, now that we have your attention, my friend wants to ask you something. I do? Oh, right, I do. Let's go Spanish monarchy first. You seem like a scholarly, well-read individual. I'm sure you're up to date on geopolitical news and the like. I don't need your praise. Spit out whatever imbecilic question is in the back of your throat. Well, we understand that the Spanish throne is currently under dispute. Can you give us a brief rundown on who the contenders are? What a trivial question. Even an elementary school child can name the immediate heirs to every throne in Europe. Yeah, but for the sake of those children who slipped through that class, can you refresh our memories? Very well. Pay attention, because I'm not repeating myself. The current reigning monarch of Spain is Queen Regent Isabella II of the House of Bourbon, daughter of King Ferdinand VII. Upon her death, the crown would likely fall to her husband, King Consort Francis, Duke of Cadiz. Although it is certainly possible that an immediate family member could stake a claim. However, the queen's position is currently being disputed by the Carlis, headed by the Count of Montemolin. I hope that answers your question. That told me nothing. Did you catch all that, Sparrowson? Not a word. Monsieur, we're actually interested in the Prince Juan Querido of Spain. I don't think I heard that name in your explanation. A prince? Juan Querido? Is that what you said? Monsieur, I think you've been misinformed. There's no current Prince of Spain. I'm not even sure Querido is a real name. It's certainly no line of any Spanish monarchy. How strange. What does this mean, Falcon? Well, one thing for sure. Our client is not the Prince of Spain. Maybe he's a delusional lunatic, or perhaps he's involving us in some sort of con. We don't have long before the trial, but it may be in our best interest to confront Prince Juan directly and get some answers. Right. Are you two quite done chit-chatting? I borrowed this book from a friend. What can you tell us about it? Don Quixote de la Mancha? It's a classic. Everybody has read it. Yeah, everybody. But for those who haven't, I'm not going to sit here and summarize a great work of literature for two imbeciles who are too lazy to read. Nor would I expect you to, Monsieur. But what can you tell us about the physical book itself? This particular book didn't come from any library, if that's what you're asking. See, there's no library stamp or card. I assume it was acquired from a bookshop, a French bookshop, but the French translation and publishing information wasn't a giveaway. I see. Thank you. Did you have any other questions, or can I get back to work? Don't worry, Monsieur. I think we're done here. Thanks for your time. Then I bid you good day. Occasionally, special cinematic scenes marked by exclamation mark will pop up on the map screen. These cinematic scenes are only available for one day before disappearing, but they take no time to visit. Their viewing is entirely optional. What? Well, we're definitely going to see it. Let's go. A storm is brewing, my brother. Word of the royal assassination attempt has spread. The proletarians grow confident. The bourgeoisie are cowering. It won't be long before we have rioting. And then a revolution. Huh. Alright, let's go visit Prince Juan. If it lets us. Oh my god, visiting hours are over. Come back later. I have no time for your quibbling, Monsieur. Stand aside. You can't talk to me like that. I most certainly can. We have reason to believe that you are housing a suspect under false pretenses. That is in direct violation of Statutes 204B and 488C of the French Criminal Code of Justice. Failure to comply with our requests may result in you, yes you, Monsieur, being held directly responsible for any consequential legal action. Alright, no need to break out the legalese on me. I'll go open the cell. Wow, Falcon, how did you memorize those criminal codes? Memorize? Come on, Sparrowson, learn how to bluff. Oh god, it's so loud. Ah, Senor Falcon, it's so good to see you again. You have some good news about my case, I hope. Ooh, let's confront politely. Listen, Juan, in order to maximize our chances of a successful trial, I need to know every bit of information. I can't work with half-truths. If you tell me one thing, and the prosecution's evidence tells me another, then we're both in trouble. I'm afraid I don't quite follow, senor. Do you want me to spell it out? I know that you are not the Prince of Spain. I know that your name is not Juan Querido. Where is this coming from? I assure you, senor, that I am who I claim to be. If you want your child to be a farce, then you don't need my help. Come, Sparrowson, we're leaving. Wait. Calm yourself, Monsieur Falcon. I'll reveal all. Did you just say Monsieur? What happened to your Spanish accent? Your suspicions are well placed. Juan Querido is not my real name, and I am not a Spanish prince. That was just a persona I concocted for the purpose of getting arrested. What? The purpose of getting arrested? Why? Why would you want to get arrested? You're putting me in a difficult position, Monsieur. If I tell you the full story, I would be putting someone else in danger. How about this? I'll tell you a story. I like stories. There was a girl, a mademoiselle, who went in a great deal of debt. Everyone has debts these days, Monsieur. Indeed, but this particular mademoiselle was indebted to a very powerful man, and that man wished to collect. The mademoiselle had no means of paying, so the man offered her a deal. Murder this man, and I will forget what you are owed. Refuse, and I will reap what I am owed from your parents. With no alternative options, the mademoiselle accepted. But another man, a gallant knight whose foolish, archaic notions of chivalry, heard the mademoiselle's story. The knight knew that murder was inevitable, but he saw a way to take the fall in the mademoiselle's place. Do you understand what I am saying, Monsieur? I understand, Monsieur. To be honest, it wasn't the subtlest of allegories. Storytelling was never my strong suit. But I'm glad that you're seeing things from my perspective. Hopefully that sheds some light on the situation. If I may ask, Monsieur, why did you not go to the police with the information that you had? The police are not always an option. What is a man to do when the justice system itself is the problem? Oh, I'll let you know when I figure it out, Monsieur. Dwell on it. Perhaps we should talk about something else in the meantime. So what is your real name? What's in a name? It's just an empty label, a vapid reflection of who we really are. Today, I am Juan Querido, the Prince of Spain. Tomorrow, I may be Bruno Reyes, a pauper living under a bridge of the Seine. But that doesn't change who I am or what I do. That didn't really answer my question. No, I suppose it didn't. But you're a smart bird, Monsieur Falcon. I suspect that you already know my real name. Oh. Renard Vulpes, private investigator? You are Renard Vulpes, private investigator. Very astute, and you are Monsieur Falcon, private defense attorney. But that wasn't always your name, was it, Monsieur Falcon? Just like me, you know how to adopt a new persona on a whim. You changed your name, Falcon? I didn't know that. This isn't about me, Juan, Renard, Monsieur. We're trying to uncover the truth here. Of course. So what truth is it you're attempting to uncover, Monsieur Falcon? I don't have any more questions for you, Juan. I think we've learned all we can for now. Really? I don't feel like we've learned very much. Oh, Monsieur Falcon, before I forget. Could you find Mousy and ask him whether the birds have successfully flown south for the winter? Whether the birds have flown south? What is that? Some sort of code? Something like that. But rest assured, Monsieur, this does directly pertain to the case. Well, if we have time, I'll be sure to let Mousy know. Let's make a move, Sparrowson. Trial day is approaching. Right. Let's go here? Since we know that's him, maybe Mousy will be here? Yay! Oh, customers. Hello? Is this the office of Renard Vulpes? Ah, it's you two. Mousy, what are you doing here? Oh, this is where I work. See? R&M. Renard and Mousy. Monsieur Renard Vulpes and I carried out all sorts of investigations together. Although, to be completely honest, it's normally Monsieur Vulpes who chooses which cases to take on. Mousy, we have a message for you. It's from Prince Juan himself. He wants to know if the birds have flown south for the winter, whatever that means. Oh, yes. The birds have migrated successfully. But Prince Juan told you that. Then that must mean he trusts you. He must want you to take these. Go on, take them. These are used train ticket stubs? It looks like two people took a railway trip to Vienna. What exactly is the point of this, Mousy? Prince Juan said they would help with the trial. See the names. Gautier Signy, Nicole Signy. I recognize the surname, but I don't know who these people are. Neither do I, really. Prince Juan just told me to book train tickets for these people, and then to make sure they caught the train. And so, that's what I did. Strange. I'm not sure exactly how these subs are supposed to help with the trial, but I'll keep hold of them just in case. Let's go, Sparrowson. I'm done playing courier. Good call. Oh, is it the, trial day? Can we go to Chocolate Emporium anyway? There's no little thing on it. Falcon, what are you doing? It's trial day. We have a Spanish prince to defend. Oh, right. What was I thinking? Oh, okay. I guess we're gonna go to trial. Once again, Falcon and Sparrowson find themselves waiting outside the doors of the tribunal in the Grand Instance. Are you feeling nervous, Sparrowson? Are you feeling nervous, Falcon? No. Actually, I think we might have a handle on this case. All the pieces are coming together nicely. Awesome! Let's demolish the pompous prosecutor with walls of evidence. Stignard Falcon, I trust everything is in order? Absolutely. I have every intention of bringing the truth to light in this trial. Ah, such confidence. That's magnificent to see. And bringing the truth to light, you say? An admirable goal. No more jousting of imaginary giants. All of you cease your yammering. The door's opening. Here we go. Buona sorte, Signor Falcon. We will. Are we ready? We're ready. I got the voices all confused. JJ. Severin. Nervous? Why would I be nervous? I'm not nervous. I'm as calm as a cocoa. You're the nervous one. This whole courtroom is nervous. Oh, cool your feathers, Falcon. Terrible. You can't even maintain a stoic facade. I thought this trial would be the perfect opportunity for you to redeem your previous embarrassments. But if this is how you act before the trial has even started. Why, you pompous tail posture perfect. Order, order. Let's all settle down. Court is now in session. Falcon. What is it? Either me or does the primary judge look hairier today? That's a different judge to the one who decided over Dame Cataline's trial, you doofus. Oh, still, it's a little strange, isn't it? A little. It is a little, I suppose. Excuse me, Your Honor. I was under the impression that Judge Maxime would be residing over this case. Where is he? Judge Maxime has gone on temporary sick leave due to a terrible accident with a flight of stairs. Rest assured, assessors, prosecutor, defense, and members of the jury, that I am more than qualified to fill his shoes. Without further ado, let's get this show underway. This is the trial of Prince Juan Querido, who stands accused of murdering Major Howell and conspiring to murder the king himself. Roll call. The defense is present and ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Good. Very good. I expect this to be a nice, speedy trial. I don't want to see this dragged out by technicalities and bureaucracy. Well said, Your Honor. I expect that. Once the court sees the overwhelming evidence, this trial will be over in 5 minutes. 5 minutes? He's just messing with your head, Falcon. Keep it together. So we're all on the same page? Excellent. Prosecutor, please call your first witness to the stand. Very well. I call the police officer who investigated the crime scene. I call upon Inspector Just Volretti. Step up to the stand, Inspector, and then recite the oath. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Please recite your name and occupation for the court record. My name is Inspector Just Volretti. I'm a servant to the law, a scourge of the gutter rats. That will do, Inspector. We've all heard your monologue before. Whoa, Cocorico's really going for a speed record, isn't he? Now, can you tell us what you witnessed on the morning of the 7th of January? Of course. At 10 o'clock in the morning, it was called to Louvre's Grand Gallier by one of the King's Royal Guards. Did he just say o'clock? There I saw Prince Juan, King Louis Philippe, the corpse of Major Howell with a rose in hand, and around 2 dozen citizens. The citizens and the king himself all attest to seeing Major Howell taking the rose from Prince Juan's hand and then promptly dropping dead. And what did the morgue uncover upon examination of the corpse? The coroner determined with absolute certainty that Major Howell died of poisoning. Aside from a prick upon the finger, there was no sign of external harm to Major Howell's body. Therefore, the poisoned rose must have been the cause of death. Putting the pieces together, the death seemed very implicative of the prince. I have no further questions. Damn, I was hoping the coroner's report would determine that the guy died from a freak heart attack or something. That would make for a particularly speedy trial, wouldn't it? But no, we aren't so lucky. Something else must be amiss in the old bird's testimony. Great. I'll tear it apart. Your Honor, I wish to cross-examine the witness. Falcon, wasn't it? Don't waste the court's time. A high-ranking police officer would never lie on the witness stand. I wouldn't accuse the inspector of lying. I just want to make sure that every base is properly covered. Ugh, it sounds like pointless nitpicking to me, but I'll allow it, for now. Go on, Falcon, do your cross-examination. Select the statement of the question. At 10 o'clock in the morning, I was called to Luzgarde Gallery by Royal Guard. There I saw Prince Juan, King Louis Philippe, and the corpse of Major Howell with a rose in hand, and around 2,000 citizens. A coroner determined that Major Howell died of poisoning. I mean... kinda wish we went to the chocolate place, but... poisoning? Oh! If the chocolate was eaten, it could have been given to the dog, because dogs are allergic to chocolate. Or not allergic, but chocolate is dangerous for dogs. There's no way. Inspector, you say that the coroner determined with certainty that Major Howell was killed by poison. Correct. He stated the signs and symptoms were textbook. There is no possibility that his death was natural. How was he poisoned? How exactly was Major Howell poisoned? What was the delivery mechanism? His finger was pricked by the poison rose. He even commented out loud about it seconds before dying. About 22 citizens who witnessed the murder attested to seeing and hearing this. Is there any possibility that he was poisoned by something else? What an absurd thing to ask, JJ. You just heard that 22 people saw the victim prick his finger and die. What are you suggesting? That the pricked finger had no relation to the poisoning? That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't doubt that Major Howell was poisoned, but I do doubt that the rose was the cause. Unbelievable. Only a total buffoon could fail to draw the blatant link here. JJ, as attempting to sit here and lecture you on the basics of cause and effect, I'll end the discussion painlessly. Inspector, please tell the defense that you found trace of poison in the thorns of the rose itself. That should alleviate all doubt that the rose was, in fact, the poison delivery mechanism. Actually, I can't tell him that. I dread to ask, but why not? We didn't check the rose for traces of poison. It just seemed obvious that the rose caused the poisoning, given the timing of the incident. Well then, now would be a good time to make a test. Here's a marvelous thought. We prick the finger of the defendant with the rose. If there's no poison on the rose, then Prince Juan lives and he is free to go. If the rose is poisoned, then the prince dies. But that's okay, because the punishment would be just and fitting of the crime. A marvelous suggestion. What is this, a witch trial? This isn't America, Severin. That's not how we do things here. Calm your feathers, JJ. It was clearly a joke. There are far more humane ways of testing for poison. I'm sure the inspector will perform his duty with due diligence. Actually, we won't be able to test the rose for poison at all. Why is that? Given the dangerous nature of the flower, it was destroyed by the police force. We burned it to ashes. Such unprofessionalism. If we have no way to know what the rose was poisoned, then this whole trial ought to be called into question. Nice try, JJ, but through the process of reasoning by elimination, we can still deduce with absolute certainty that the rose was poisoned. In other words, there is nothing else at the crime scene that could have caused the poisoning. Wrong. There was something else at the crime scene that could have contained poison. Something the investigative police blindly overlooked. Chocolate. Look at this. What am I supposed to be looking at? It is the paper wrapper to a piece of chocolate. It was found in the Louvre, the Salle de Tivoli to be precise, and we can date its consumption to the day of the incident. You're not suggesting that Major Owl hid a piece of poisoned chocolate moments before he died? I most certainly am. You gain a little favor of the jury. Did you see this wrap of the crime scene yourself, Inspector? The police force does not have time nor resources to trawl every piece of trash at every crime scene, I'm afraid. In other words, you overlooked it. Astounding unprofessionalism. The prosecution is right to be disgusted. What a disgraceful display, Inspector. I offer my apologies, Your Honor. I don't want your apologies. I want you to do your damn job properly. Get off the witness podium before I kick you off myself. As you wish. I'll take my leave. Until next time, messieurs. So let me get this straight. This chocolate wrapper was found at the crime scene. Correct. And you have reason to believe that it was consumed on the day of the incident. I do. I have an expert food tasting witness who is willing to testify if need be. You have a foodie witness? I don't recall anyone like that. Who on earth are you talking about, Falcon? Oh, I see. But you know for certain that Major Howe consumed this chocolate. Well, that is a fact that we are still investigating. I see. And do you have evidence that this chocolate was in fact poisoned? Again, that is something that may require a little more time to definitively prove. So then in actuality, you do not have evidence that Major Howe consumed some poisoned chocolate. Instead, you have a solitary piece of rubbish that you plucked straight off the gutter. That's weak, even for you, JJ. Let's move things along. I have another witness I would like to summon. He is a man who claims to have an excellent view of the people going in and out of the Louvre at the time of the incident. I call upon Monsieur Toussaint Kingsley. Could the witness please approach the stand and recite the oath? I forgot what voice I gave him. Oh, we didn't meet you. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Alright, the oath. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Please state your full name and occupation for the court. My name is Toussaint Kingsley. I am a person who fishes. A person who fishes? So you are a fisherman. Oh, is that how it is? I thought the French justice system was better than this. I beg your pardon? Here comes Toussaint Kingsley, the kingfisher. Clearly he must be a fisherman, because, didn't you hear? All kingfishers are fishermen. Well, you are carrying a fishing rod. And? Could a man not carry a fishing rod, reel, and bait without being branded a fisherman? Look! The prosecutor's carrying a riding crop. Clearly he must be a horse jockey. Oh, for pity's sake. Fine. We can list your occupation as person who fishes, not fisherman. Thank you. Actually, why do you carry a riding crop, Severin? I've never seen you ride a horse. I don't know, JJ, but why do you, a 30-something-year-old with no health problems, carry a cane? This is veering quite off course. Could the prosecution please get back to his questions? Of course, Your Honor. Monsieur Kingsley, is it true that you were nearby the Louvre at the time of the incident? Yes, I was sitting upon a railing at the Pont des Arts. The Pont des Arts? That's the new bridge that's just a stone's throw away from the Louvre's south entrance, correct? That's right. And what were you doing at the time of the incident? I was fishing. Kingfishers. Am I right, Falcon? So you would have had plenty of opportunity to see the people who entered and exited the palace. Can you tell us who you saw? Well, the Louvre's a busy place. Naturally, I saw a lot of people. But at 9 a.m., I saw the king, Louis Philippe himself, enter the building. He was surrounded by his entourage, of course. Then, around 9:30 a.m., I saw this shifty-looking fox lurking around the entrance. Your Honor, I object to the witness' use of the term shifty-looking. It's vague and biased description. No, really, he looked super shifty. I saw him rubbing his paws and cackling gleefully. And then I saw him take out a rose and carefully rub the stem. Rub the stem of the rose, you say? As if you were applying something to the flower, perhaps? Well, monsieur, I really shouldn't speculate. Of course, it was wrong of me to ask such a leading question. But yeah, it definitely looked like he was spreading some sort of powder on the stem. Wow, even I wasn't expecting such a bold admission. Members of the court, it sounds like what we have here is a direct witnessing of the test of the defendant readying the murder weapon. The defense claims the rose was never poisoned, and yet, here we have a man who saw the poison with his own eyes. I smell perjury. You do? No question. You saw a shifty-looking criminal readying poison and cackling near the scene of the crime? That's not believable at all. I think you might be right. I wonder if we have any evidence that calls Toussaint's story into doubt. Oh, I did the wrong voice. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Really? This nonsense again. You just heard the witness directly describe your client, readying poison or rose. What is there to question? I'm just trying to uncover the truth, Your Honor. Ugh, fine. Do your thing. Go on, Falcon. Go make a fool out of yourself. sitting at the Pont de Arts at 9 a.m. I saw the king and his entourage enter the building. Then around 9 a.m. was lurking around the entrance. Should we question him here? I don't think you would have seen the powder from that sort of a distance. Oh, but didn't Prince Juan come from the other side of the building? You wouldn't have seen him. Monsieur Kingsley, you said you were sitting upon the railings of the Pont de Arts on the morning of the incident. Yep. What entrances? Monsieur Kingsley, you had a good view of the Louvre's south entrance, didn't you? Yep. The Pont de Arts is a great vantage point for seeing the Grand Gallier's south side. What about the other entrances? The other entrances? You mean like if you were entering from the Tuileries Garden or the Palais de Corsel? No, I couldn't possibly see those areas from the bridge. But of course, that isn't relevant. Monsieur Kingsley witnessed Prince Juan entering the south entrance with flower in hand, and that's what counts. No. What if Prince Juan didn't enter from the south entrance? What if he approached the Louvre from the Tuileries Garden, right? Or was it... oh no. No, he was from the garden. I'm pretty sure it was from the garden. That's also where we found a page from the book. Tuileries Garden to the west. That's a big what if. Do you have any evidence that Prince Juan entered the Louvre from the Tuileries Gardens? As a matter of fact, yes, I do. I have definitive proof that the Prince Juan approached from the west, not the south. Hey, I know what I saw, monsieur. I'm doubtful too. Go on, JJ, show us this definitive proof that Prince Juan entered from the Louvre from the Tuileries Gardens. The book. Look at this. A book page? Page 44, Don Quixote specifically. It was found just outside the Louvre's west entrance. This proves nothing. I'm not done yet. Take a look at this. Don Quixote. This is the book Prince Juan has been reading in jail since his arrest. I believe he has had it on his person for some time. And yes, page 44 is missing. That was the first thing I checked. You do realize what this means, don't you, Severin? The defendant was present in the Tuileries Garden prior to entering the Louvre. This also means that, in all likelihood, the defendant entered the Louvre from the west entrance, not the south. He could not possibly have been seen by Monsieur Kingsley from the Port de Arts. But what? I know what I saw, monsieur. A fine theory, Falcon, but maybe the defendant took the long way around. One can still travel from the Tuileries to the Louvre's south entrance by walking along the river. An extra 2 kilometers of walking just to enjoy the pre-murder scenery? Let's not say silly things, Cocorico. Okay, maybe the defendant deliberately left the page there to mislead the investigation. Now you're the one who's blindly speculating. It's not blind speculation, it's a valuable hypothesis. You are fond of logic, aren't you, Cocorico? Let's talk about Occam's razor. When torn between two seemingly equal hypotheses, we must side with the one that imposes the fewest assumptions. Which of these theories take fewer assumptions? 1. The page from Prince Juan's book fell out on his way to the Louvre's south entrance. 2. Prince Juan deliberately planted the book on the off chance that it would be discovered, then took the long way around. How dare you! The nerve of you lectured me on such basic philosophical concepts. I'll stop lecturing you when you stop making such basic mistakes. Monsieur Falcon, please calm yourself. What is the point of all this yammering? The ultimate point is that Toussaint's testimony is fabricated, made up, utter fiction. No, everything I said is the truth. I suspect the witness isn't even a fisherman. I am not a fisherman. See, he admits it himself. That's not what I meant. We gained a little favor of the jury. Prosecutor, you have something that will put this arrogant Falcon in his place, don't you? I must concede. You concede? On this point, at least, Falcon's evidence strongly suggests that a key component of Monsieur Kingsley's testimony is false. Ah, no! This doesn't mean that Prince Juan is innocent, of course. All Falcon has demonstrated is that this particular witness is unreliable. But I did see something. I really did. Alright, so I didn't exactly see a shifty-looking fox. I made that part of the story up. But I did see a swan lurking around the south entrance in the morning of the murder. A swan? Do shut up, witness. Your word is mud at this point. How can we possibly trust anything you have to say? Your Honor, Judge Romulus, we're out of time. We're 10 minutes overdue to start the hare vs. tortoise trial. It's that late already? Curses, I was hoping we could have the case wrapped up in a single trial session. It is a shame, but ultimately an accurate sentencing is always preferable to a speedy sentencing. Yes, alright, I don't need to hear your moralizing. Court will resume this Friday, the 21st of January at 9 o'clock. Don't be late. Prosecutor, do your damn job. Get this stupid fox a conviction already. I will do my best to ensure that justice is served, Your Honor. Oh, we get more time. A lot came up in that trial, huh? Yeah, no doubt about that. But something's bothering me. Why would that fisherman guy, Monsieur Kingsley, lie in the witness stand? Maybe he was coerced. Well, it's possible he was coerced or bribed. That's just what I was thinking. Maybe the real murderer threatened the fisherman into making up a story about Prince Swan. Let's keep an open open mind. Anything is possible at this stage. But to be perfectly honest, something else is bothering me about the trial. Judge Romulus. He's acting without a shred of professionalism. He's obviously more interested in securing a guilty verdict than he is in discovering the truth. But why? Maybe he has a vendetta against Spanish royalty. I'm not so sure. There must be something else at work here. Excuse me, Monsieur Falcon? Oh. Sorry to bother you, but this letter just arrived. I think it's for you. A letter for me? I wonder why it wasn't sent to my office. Have you been demoted to courier status, Trooper? Oh, hush, hush, Sparrowson. I don't need to be pitied by a first-year dropout. Ooh, good comeback. So what does the letter say, Falcon? It's a threat. A threat made of cut-out newspaper letters. Whoa, I didn't know those things actually existed. Let me see. Falcon. Stop your investigation or there will be consequences. Scary. There's no question that this letter originated from Major Howell's murderer. He, or she, must be aware that we are getting close to uncovering the truth. Sounds about right, but why would a person write with cut-out newspaper letters like this? Masking one's handwriting would be the most common reason. Although I can't help but wonder why they would bother, since we don't have any handwriting samples to compare it to. We're still going ahead with our investigation though, right? Absolutely. Oh yes, absolutely. If a lawyer would have heard every time they received a threatening letter, they would never get any work done. Besides, only 3 days before the next trial session, we can't afford to be worrying about petty things like this. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wow, you're right. Let's make those days count. Alright, I want to go to the chocolate place, since we didn't go to it before. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Langer's Hagelslack's Chocolate Emporium, the finest Belgian chocolate shop in all of Paris. I am Leonard Hagelslack, the founder and owner of this establishment. And I am J.J. Falcon, defense attorney. Good day, monsieur. Oh, lawyers, very fancy. I must say that I once dreamed of being a lawyer, but well, circumstances wouldn't allow it. It's a funny story. You see, when I was a young boy, I befriended the son of a Hungarian attorney. Falcon, you have to help me. What is it? It's a smell, Falcon. It's overpowering me. It's demanding that I lay waste to the shop. For pity's sake, restrain yourself, Sparrowson. Oh, but I'm rambling, aren't I? So are you messieurs here to buy some chocolate? Yes! No. We're actually here on business, monsieur. Business? First things first. We believe this chocolate wrapper originated from your shop. Are we correct? Oh, yes. That is indeed the trademark Hagelslack wrapper for genuine Belgian Hagelslack chocolate. This was almost certainly bought from this very establishment. Very good. With that established, there is something else we wish to ask Monsieur Hagelslack. Who bought it? I don't think he's gonna know that. Can you tell us who bought the chocolate that was contained in this wrapper, Monsieur Hagelslack? I'm afraid not, messieurs. Not just because of a matter of confidentiality, although that is a factor, you understand, but because I couldn't possibly know that. I thought elephants never forget. My memory is impeccable, monsieur, but you must understand that I have dozens of customers a day. There are hundreds of people who could have potentially bought this particular item. So your memory is good, but you need further information. If we were to give you the description and name of a person, would you be able to tell us whether they purchased something from you? Oh, yes, that I can probably do, monsieur. Let me think. Who to ask about? Well, we want to ask about Major Howell, right? Oh, is a judge in here? Huh. Can we ask about more than one person? Have you ever served a member of the Royal Guard by the name of Major Howell? No, monsieur. Are you sure? Yes, monsieur. I have served many soldiers, but I don't recall seeing a major here in recent memory. What does that mean, Falcon? Have we lost our lead? Not necessarily. It just means that Major Howell didn't buy the chocolate that may have killed him. There's still a possibility that someone bought the chocolate for him. That's our lead. That's who we want to find. I see. I did once serve a high-ranking officer of the British Army who was on his way to Zimbabwe, if you want to hear that story. No, I don't want to hear that story. Let me think. Who to ask about? Have you ever served Juan Querido, the Prince of Spain? A Prince of Spain? No, monsieur. Well, that's good to hear. Our clue would have turned into a dead end if our own client turned out to be the chocolate fiend. I did once serve a princess from Mali, if that is any help. You see, I met the girl while hiking through the Himalayas. Please stop. Let me think. Who to ask about? Have you ever served a flower-selling swan named Catherine Marie Signy? No, monsieur. What are you thinking, Falcon? I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest. If she was a chocolate fiend, then our investigation would have been much simpler. But since she's not... Messieurs, I'm growing tired of these endless inquiries. Perhaps you should come back another day. You know, Falcons, possibly we just haven't encountered the chocolate fiend yet. No, I want to ask one more! Rather than coming back here every day and making aimless guesses, we should wait until we have someone specific in mind. You might have a point, Sparrowson. Thank you for your time, Monsieur Hagelslack, which will return when our investigation has progressed a little. Anytime, messieurs. No, I wanted to ask about the judge. Let me go back. Oh, it's gonna take a whole day. Damn it. Welcome back, messieurs. Have you finally decided to sample of my fine chocolate? Or perhaps you just returned to ask more questions? It's just questions today, I'm afraid. Let me think. Who to ask about? Have you ever served the hairy wolf in judicial robes named Judge Romulus? Yes, monsieur. Alright, have you ever served... Wait, did you just say yes? Yes, monsieur. A wolf in judicial robes. I did serve a person like that a little while ago. On the 6th of January, to be precise. Did he say or do anything suspicious? Not that I can recall, monsieur. He was a pleasant fellow. Big toothy grin. Bought 200 grams of classic dark Belgian chocolate with a custom filling. A custom filling? Some type of caramel. He provided it himself, although he unfortunately did not bring enough for me to sample. Hehe. What does this mean, Falcon? Well, we shouldn't make assumptions. It may just mean that this judge liked to eat chocolate. But if the judge's purchase is related to the wrapper of the crime scene, then... Monsieur Hagelslack, do you think I can get a copy of Judge Romulus's receipt? I can do you one better, monsieur. I have the original right here. I keep them for tax purposes, you understand. Is it okay for us to take it, monsieur? Absolutely. Memorizing the receipt's contents is trivial, after all. Would you look at this thing? Judge Romulus signed it in green ink. Green ink! I knew Judge Romulus was shady, but only true villainous people write in green. Thank you very much for your time, Monsieur Hagelslack. You have been enormously helpful. I'm glad to be of service. I wish the best of luck with your case, messieurs. Wait, we still wanted to ask if it could have been poisoned. Oh, we have to go to the offices? I'm feeling pretty confident about this case. The big picture is coming together nicely. I'm feeling somewhat relieved that Prince Juan came clean, his secret putting the whole case in jeopardy. We still got one day until our trial, but how to spend it? I suppose we could revisit the Louvre, or maybe we should just play some cards to let Canard enjoy. Is something wrong, Sproutson? You're being unusually quiet. Falcon, we need to talk. What's up? See, I was doing some thinking. Dangerous thing to do, I know. Anyway, I realized that we're missing a crucial piece of evidence. What evidence could that be? Well, we know that Major Howe consumed a piece of chocolate before he died, and we know that he died of poisoning. But we still aren't sure that the chocolate was the cause. That's true. If we keep pushing the chocolate theory, Cocorico will certainly bring that up. So I thought to myself, if one were to consume the wrapper itself, then that may provide proof of whether it contains traces of poison. Well, sure, that could work, but it would be incredibly foolish. Wait, were you thinking of eating the wrapper, Sparrowson? Maybe. Well, stop those thoughts right now. I'm not going to let you potentially kill yourself like that. Heh, I knew you would say that. That's why I already consumed the wrapper. 45 minutes ago. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sparrowson? Sparrowson? Oh my god. Jesus, that's a big needle. Doctor, is Sparrowson okay? Well, he's not conscious right now, but he is stable. I think it's safe to say that your friend is not on his deathbed. Oh, thank God. How did you say this happened again? It's a long story. Lowering occupational hazard. Doctor, can you tell me what poison caused this? I have no idea. I'm an expert in mental health, not toxicology. But I have sent for specialists who should be here by tomorrow morning. He will make a full assessment. That's good to hear. Thanks, Doctor. Take good care of him. Wait a moment. There is a matter of the bill. We'll have to discuss it later. I have an important case to prepare for, and I'm one partner down. I see. Well, rest assured that your friend is in good hands. Oh my god, Sparrowson. This is terrible. What the hell was Sparrowson thinking? I can't win a case like this. You! I finally found you! Did someone say something? Running around like a headless chicken. You're one tricky lawyer to find. I told you to drop the investigation, but you just wouldn't listen. Who's speaking? I can't see you, monsieur. Step forward. Alright, I'll step forward. But it'll be the last thing you'll ever see. Oh. Oh, he meant that. That wasn't a bluff. Yikes! In the water? Au revoir, JJ Falcon. What just happened? Where am I? Am I dead? No, that can't be right. This is nighttime. I'm just sleeping. If I focus and count to 3, I should be able to wake up. 1, 2. Did it work? Ah, Dame Cataline. I can't believe how easy you were to fool. I put on a cutesy voice, acted all innocent, and you ate the whole thing up. Ah, ellipses. Silence. I shouldn't be surprised. There are no words to excuse the heinous act of putting an innocent man on death row. It wasn't my fault. Hey, where are you going? Out of my way, Severin. Oh, sorry. Out of my way, Severin. I'm not done talking to Dame Cataline. It wasn't my fault. Is that the excuse you make after all your failures? I'm not making excuses. Failure after failure after failure. No desire to improve yourself. You're a joke of a lawyer, JJ. Don't call me JJ. That's all you have to say? How pathetic. You don't even deserve to stand in your grandfather's shadow. My grandfather? I'll prove you wrong. I can do better. Oh, it's you, Sparrowson. Have you come to berate me too? What? No, I'm just here to tell you to wake up. Wake up, monsieur. Wake up. Hey, can you hear me? I said wake up. Uh-oh, it's the day of the trial. We're gonna be late. Come on, monsieur, wake up. I said wake up. You're starting to worry me. Oh, thank goodness. I wasn't sure whether I would have to find a doctor or a mortician. Ugh. My head. Where am I? The Pont d'Arts, you know, by the Louvre, in Paris, France. I just fished you out of the scene. Nearly broke my rod doing it. Wait, I know you. You're that disrespectful lawyer guy. Judo Falcon or something. What time is it? Actually, what day is it? You hit your head pretty hard, huh? It's the 21st of January and around 9 o'clock in the morning by my reckoning. 21st. 9 o'clock. Oh no, the trial. I should have been in the Cour d'Assises 10 minutes ago. Well, you're running late, but take it easy, monsieur. I'm sure they'll be understanding. Maybe if I sprint it. In your condition? That would be stupid. Take a seat. Clear your head. I'll go get some dry clothes. No time. Wait, monsieur, at least take this before you go. What's this? A dip pen? No, wait, it's a modern fountain pen. Bone handle. Gold nib. This is very fancy. Thanks, monsieur, but this isn't mine. Really? Are you sure? You were holding it pretty tightly when I found you. I was holding this? Then, I suppose it has to be mine. Thanks, fisherman. I owe you one. Hey! Don't call me a fisherman! It's 9 o'clock. I believe it's time for the roll call. Oh no. Is the defense not present? Such unprofessionalism. If there's no defense, then this trial cannot proceed any further. We must make a ruling based on the evidence that has already been presented. I will now converse with the jury. We should decide whether Prince Juan is guilty of murdering Major Howe and of conspiring to murder the king. Your Honor, may I have a word? Fine, but make it quick. I'm a firm believer that a trial must be orderly and punctual. There is no room for wishy-washy dilly-dallying. But it seems somewhat rash to end a trial the moment it is due to start. Perhaps it would be prudent to wait 5 or 10 minutes, in case the defense is just a little tardy. Then the trial still has a chance to proceed, and justice will be served. You are the prosecution, are you not? You have nothing to worry about. A guilty verdict is all but guaranteed. Your Honor, you appear confused. I am not here to secure a guilty verdict. Of course you are. You are a prosecutor. By definition, you're here to prosecute. No. My job description is to prosecute, but I am here in this courtroom to ensure that justice is served. An unfair and unbalanced trial is not in the spirit of justice. That's very noble of you, but if the defense is absent, then there is little that can be done. I'll hear no more about this matter. I will now talk with the jury. The defense is present, Your Honor. You're too late, Falcon. Mon Dieu, JJ, you look like a total mess. Did you take a morning swim in the scene or something? Something like that. Your Honor, we're all present. We're only 3 minutes over schedule. Let us not needlessly dirty the name of pure justice. Rules are rules, prosecutor. Falcon clearly has no respect for legal procedure. Frankly, for turning up while looking like a drowned rat, I ought to hold him in contempt of court. Your Honor. But Your Honor, rules are rules. One more word out of either of you, and I shall have you both disbarred. It's a pity. The King of France was most looking forward to standing behind the witness podium. The King of France? He's here? Oh, are we not doing the trial after all? That's a pity. Your Majesty, what a surprise. Well, you see. You know, it's my 7th time testifying against a would-be assassin. But the first time seeing a trial where the case has ended before it even began. Well, the defense, he was late, and, oh, pish-posh. France didn't become a great and dignified kingdom through rigorous punctuality. Let's go ahead with this trial. It'll be fun. Look, I'll say the oath to get us started. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Did I get it right? That was perfect, Your Majesty. JJ, I trust you have no objections to the king testifying? No objections here. Going ahead of the trial is fine with me. And surely you wouldn't stand in the way of the king, would you, Your Honor? Gah, fine. Proceed with this cursed trial. Excellent. Now, Your Majesty, can you tell us your activities on the day of the murder? My activities? Well, I started my day with tea and toast, as I normally do. I was dressed in my PJs at the time. I think you can skip ahead a little, perhaps to your arrival at the Louvre. Ah, right, of course. Well, my entourage and I entered to the Louvre's south entrance around 9 o'clock. We passed through the Salle de Tibri with little fanfare. At the Grand Gallier, I unveiled the new painting and gave a short speech to inspire the citizens who attended. That's when I was approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. He presented a rose, which was taken by Major Howell, and well, I think you'll know the rest. Indeed we do, Your Majesty. Madams and messieurs of the court, what we have here is another testimony that establishes Prince Juan's guilt. And this is no ordinary testimony, it is a testimony of perhaps the most trustworthy man in all of France. Oh, you flatter me, prosecutor. But I am the trustworthiest in all the kingdom, aren't I? I have no doubts, Your Majesty. Nonetheless, I would like to perform a cross-examination. How dare you doubt your king? The utter nerve. Oh, calm yourself, Judge. I have no qualms with standard legal procedure. Defense, please proceed. I want to see your best courtroom drama material. We entered through the Louvre's south entrance around 9 o'clock. We passed through the Salle de Tibri with little fanfare. In the Grand Gallery, I unveiled a new painting and gave a short speech. That's when I was approached by the man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. Passed through the Salle de Tibri. Can I see the map? I wish I could look at the map. Because I don't know if that's correct. Your Majesty, you say that you passed through the Salle de Tibri uneventfully. Indeed, we stopped briefly to look at paintings and then moved on to the Grand Gallier. What did you see? Could you elaborate? What did you see in the Salle de Tibri? What did I see? Well, Roman stuff, mostly. I meant aside from the Roman artifacts. For example, did you talk to someone in the room who wasn't a member of your entourage? You're reaching, JJ. The king already testified that he passed through without encountering anything of interest. I want the king to elaborate. I have a reason to believe that this was a key moment of the day of the murder. I want the king to elaborate on exactly what and who he saw. Then I suppose you'll have to proceed, Your Majesty. Alright, let me think. So there's this giant doorstop, and there was that copper urn thing. Oh, there's something else now that you ask. I was offered a box of chocolates by some peasant mademoiselle. I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but Major Howell was keen to accept a chocolate or two on my behalf. What? Did I say something startling, prosecutor? No, please continue, Your Majesty. I think the prosecution is startled because he just came to the realization that I was not spouting drivel in the previous trial session. Well, that's debatable. To cut a long story short, Your Majesty, this mademoiselle may hold some relevance to the case. Could you describe her? Really? She's relevant? Well, let me think. I didn't get a good look at her face, but she was a sorry-looking swan, probably in her late teens or early 20s. A young, sorry-looking swan, you say? I don't suppose her name was... oh no. Signy. Mademoiselle Signy? Signy. That sounds familiar. Well, yes, I think that was it. She was called Mademoiselle Signy. I see. This is undoubtedly significant. Mademoiselle Signy gave chocolates to Major Howell minutes before he died. Now just 1 minute. I see what you're alluding to, JJ. You're suggesting that the gifted chocolates killed the Major. That line of reasoning holds no weight because the evidence is circumstantial. Circumstantial my tail feathers. The king just testified that Major Howell ate chocolates. Yes, that much is no longer in dispute, but you still have not proved that the chocolates were poisoned. Without that, we must assume that the swan was merely offering a gift rather than speculating that she is a murderer. Yes. Shame on you, defense. Implicating a poor, innocent girl like that. Absolutely disgusting. Why I ought to end this trial. Hold on. I do have evidence that the chocolate was, in fact, poisoned. I don't believe you, JJ. If you have a piece of evidence that's significant, you will slam it down immediately. Present it. Well, I can't. It's not really the evidence folder type of evidence. Why am I not surprised? The drama was just getting good. Why did you all suddenly go quiet? Well, Your Majesty, it appears the defense had a realization of his own, that is, that he lacks the evidence to support his theory. So he cannot continue his argument. I believe the cross-examination has come to an end. I'm not done yet. No. I'm not done yet. Let me present my evidence. See, I had the chocolate wrapper back in my office, and Sparrow's son ate it. Stop, JJ. Stop while you have little dignity. The result of whatever crackpot pseudo-scientific experiment you performed do not constitute valid evidence. I think this trial is over, Your Honor. About bloody time. You may take your leave, Your Majesty. Very well. I am pleased that justice has been thoroughly served. Until the next assassination attempt, adieu, Mrs. I will now deliberate with the jury. Objection! Oh, Sparrowson. Excellent, you're alive. Sorry, I've always wanted to do that. Sparrowson, are you okay? Yep, the doctor said I have an iron stomach. Most of the poison passed straight through me. Speaking of which, I would like to testify in that poisoned chocolate issue. I even got a doctor's note. See? It's too late. The trial is over. You can't be serious, Your Honor. The content of the note could turn this entire trial on its head. You must allow it. Why are you constantly arguing with me? I thought the job of a public prosecutor was to assist the judges. I told you, Your Honor. My job isn't to get a guilty verdict. It's to ensure that justice is served. I swear, you are the worst prosecutor in all the fronts. Go ahead, Sparrowson. Read the contents of the note for the court to hear. Ahem. This patient, Sparrowson, was submitted to Salpaternigay Hospital, where he displayed a variety of symptoms. These included profuse sweating, a rapid fever, and severe nausea. The patient was diagnosed with poisoning, probably originating from a plant known as aconite, aka monkswood, aka wolfsbane. When questioned the patient, he admitted to having consumed a discarded chocolate wrapper potentially carrying the poison. Examining the contents of the patient's stomach confirmed this to be true. As a mental health professional, I believe this patient to be clinically... we can skip that bit. Yada yada. Okay, here we go. Signed, Dr. Fallier. Thank you, Sparrowson. I don't think I'll even need to question you. Between your note and the king's testimony, every angle of the chocolate wrapper business has been covered. Awesome. But wait, did you say the king was here? You can get his autograph later. Right. So what happens now? Do I get cross-examined by the prosecution or something? To be honest, I see little to cross-examine. Do your damn job, prosecutor. Cross-examine that little annoying liar of a bird. Tear his testimony to shreds. Your Honor, he has a note signed by a medical professional definitively proving that the chocolate wrapper from the crime scene was poisoned. We can nitpick the details or delve into the doctor's credentials, but I fear it would be a waste of the court's time. Nobody wants that. So then, what the hell do we do now? We do nothing, Your Honor. This poison wrapper has introduced an element of doubt into the case. The prosecution must accept that. But is the level of doubt reasonable? Is it significant? I think the members of the jury will agree. JJ's evidence is still tenuous. Tenuous. A step above circumstantial. You have proven a link, a not wholly illogical link, but you haven't proved beyond a doubt that Major Howell was killed by the chocolate. You're still making far too many assumptions. Where is the empiricism that is required by any good court of law? Where are the witnesses who can back up your claims? Oh, I brought along a witness. Maybe she can help. Hello. You. Sparrowson, it's great to see you on your feet, and you've been an enormous asset to the case. But what are you trying to pull off now? Surprise witness. Surprise witness? Yeah, I remember you mentioning that Cocorico liked calling surprise witnesses, so I thought we would beat him at his own game. I brought the flower girl, Mademoiselle Signy, so that she can testify in Prince Juan's character. You're putting me in a difficult position, Sparrowson. Just moments before you arrived, we, the court, established that Mademoiselle is a possible suspect for this case. What? That can't be right. Sparrowson, it's okay. Monsieur Falcon, I would like to testify. You want to testify? Do you understand what you are agreeing to? I do. I have accepted my fate. Prosecutor, do you have any objections to me calling upon Mademoiselle Signy as a witness? No, none. Bearing in mind, of course, that you are here to defend the Prince Juan, not to convict Mademoiselle Signy. Prosecuting is my job. Of course. I have no objections either. Please proceed, witness. Speak the oath. The oath? Say that you swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I swear, Your Honor. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, and to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Good. Very good. Please state your name and occupation for the court record. My name is Catherine Marie Signy. I am a flower seller. Mademoiselle Signy, tell the courtroom of your activities in the morning of 7th of January. Very well. I saw the king and his entourage enter the Louvre around 9 o'clock. I followed. When we came to a stop in the Salle de Tibre, I stepped forward and offered the king a chocolate. He refused, but a guard, a big dog by the name of Major Howell, was happy to oblige. The guard died because I, personally, had previously added poison to the chocolates. No, that can't be right. I used poison derived from monkshood, a notoriously dangerous plant. As a flower seller, it was simple to acquire. Why did you do it, mademoiselle? Why? Monsieur, people have tried to kill the king before, and people will try again. He is a vile man who has no respect or love for the people who suffer under him. I did it to better the people of France. I don't believe that at all. Falcon, say something. Mademoiselle, are you being threatened or coerced? Speak freely. No, monsieur. I am confessing out of my own volition. It is my guilt and nobody else's. Well, defense, it looks like you wormed confession out of this murderous poop. I suppose it gets you a client, Prince Juan, completely off the hook. Lucky you. So should we wrap up this court session? No? No. No, not yet. I have further questions for the witness, Your Honor. Further questions? To what end? You've already proved your client's innocence. I wish to uncover the truth. You aren't here to uncover the truth. You're here to defend Prince Juan, and you've done that with a disgusting level of diligence. Nonetheless, I believe that Mademoiselle has admitted something of huge importance. I wish to question her further. Something of huge importance? I won't allow it. Fine. Can I at least show something to the witness? You and the prosecutor are a right pair of moralizing blowhards, aren't you? You are doing my head in. Fine. If it will shut you up, I'll let you show one magical mystery item to the witness. I can't imagine you have anything up your sleeve to change the flow of this trial, though. Monsieur Falcon. Oh, my damn alarm. Monsieur Falcon, save it. I have nothing more to say. No, the ticket stubs. Your parents are safe. Please take a look at these, mademoiselle. Train ticket stubs? Look at the names. Papa and Maman. In Vienna? Really? Are they safe? They are. The tickets were arranged courtesy of the Fox. Then, that means Wolf has nothing to hold over me. I can speak freely. Indeed. Go ahead, mademoiselle. What are you two muttering about down there? I'm amending my testimony, Your Honor. Members of the court, everything I've said today has been the truth. I didn't go to the Louvre on the 7th of January. I did present a box of poisoned chocolates to the king. Except it was not of my own volition. I was threatened. I was forced to carry out the task under threat of harm. You see, my family has been struggling to get by. The winter has been harsh, and my flower business has been struggling. One day, a man approached me, a man I assumed to be kind-hearted. This man offered me 200 francs to get us through the cold, but I could not afford to repay the debt. When I attempted to bargain with the man, he offered me a deal. Assist him with murder, and he would drop all debts. Refuse, and he would ruin me and my parents. I obliged, because the alternative meant death for those I love. The name of the man who did this is Judge Romulus. Oh boy. Ha! What a creative story. This is obviously a last-minute, desperate attempt at passing the buck. The sheer laziness of this girl to accuse a man she's never met before. She's blatantly floundering. Indeed, I've heard dozens of these self-pitying yarns during my time as prosecutor. Although admittedly, this is the first time I've seen a witness directly accuse a judge. Quite a brazen gambit. But in any case, these sort of stories never turn out to be true. They are always proven to be fabrications born of desperation. I've never been more honest, monsieur. Listen, Mademoiselle Signy, I would like to believe your story. But accusing a man, a judge no less, of conspiring to murder the king is a hugely serious accusation. Do you have any proof to support your story? Proof? You said the judge lent you money. Then you both must have signed a contract when you made the transaction. That contract would suffice as proof. The contracts were all verbal. He said the money was a gift at first, and only later said that I had to repay him. Heh, how convenient. Of course the supposed contract doesn't exist. The Mademoiselle has no proof because her story is a blatant lie. Falcon, you have to do something. Do we have anything to link Judge Romulus and Mademoiselle Signy? A link, of course. Members of the court, I know for certain that Mademoiselle's story is true. I can say with certainty that Judge Romulus has made a contact with Mademoiselle Signy in the past. I know this because at this very moment I'm holding a key piece of evidence that links Judge Romulus directly to the crime scene. The receipt. The pen? The pen contains green ink! Ooh, I didn't see that. Okay, let's do the receipt. I think you should look at this, Severin. Me? You don't trust it in the judge's hands? What? What is that? What does that piece of paper say? This is the receipt for a box of chocolates from Leonard Hagelslack's Chocolate Emporium on the 6th of January, made out to a man named Romulus. The writing upon the receipt is clear. A man named Romulus bought chocolates on the day before the murder. These chocolates happen to be the same brand and flavor as the ones that were used in the royal assassination attempt. By itself, this evidence would not be definitive. It only suggests that the judge had something of a sweet tooth, but taken in conjunction with the Mademoiselle's updated testimony, that would imply that the judge was directly involved in the assassination attempt. Judge Romulus, do you have anything to say about this? Yep. That receipt's not mine. I haven't stepped foot in a chocolate shop in years. You cannot be serious. This receipt is indisputable proof of your purchase. Indisputable? Watch me dispute it. What you have there is a scrap of paper with the word Romulus scrawled on it. Is it a forgery? Are there simply two men named Romulus living in Paris? I don't have a clue. What I do know is that you have nothing to prove that I was the one who signed that receipt. This is absurd. Do you want me to dig up court documents with your signature so we can undertake a handwriting analysis? That wouldn't be possible. I believe His Honor uses a rubber stamp for signing off on unofficial documents. That would be correct. Well, and no matter. I don't need the judge's signature. I already have in my possession proof that the signature on the receipt belongs to Judge Romulus. The pen? Oh, but first things first. I believe you dropped your pen, Your Honor. Oh yeah, that's mine. Thanks. I've been looking for that thing everywhere. I thought as much. Mesdames and messieurs, last night I was assaulted outside of the Sapetier Hospital. I did not see the assailant's face, but I did accidentally grab something from their garments as I was thrown into the scene. Oh, so that's why you smell a fish. I wanted to say something, but I thought it might be rude. This fountain pen is the very item I grabbed. Did I say this pen was mine? A closer inspection, I see I must have been mistaken. Save it, Your Honor. I'm not here to press assault charges. What interests me most about this pen is the ink it contains. It is emerald green in color. And as we all know, only baddies write in green. Well, yes, but more importantly, it's a rare and unusual choice of ink color. I would venture that only a dozen people in all of Paris are arrogant enough to write in green. I would venture that only one of those arrogant people is named Romulus. So Judge Romulus lacks respect for classic penmanship. What of it? Take another look at the chocolate receipt, Severin. The receipt was signed with emerald green ink. It certainly is quite a coincidence. No, there is no more room for coincidence. There is no more doubt. There's only one narrative that can tie this ridiculous string of evidence together. On the 6th of January, you, Judge Romulus, bought a box of chocolates with a custom filling. The custom filling contained poison, originating from the flowers of Mademoiselle Signy, a street seller who owed you a debt. On the 7th of January, you, Judge Romulus, leveraged the debt to force the girl to present the poisoned chocolates to the king. Then, an idiot of a man named Juan framed himself as the murderer in order to take the fall in Mademoiselle Signy's stead. You pushed for Juan's guilt by priming a witness, Monsieur Toussaint Kingsley. And when that failed, you pressured Mademoiselle to take the full responsibility for the crime. That is the only narrative that makes sense. Admit it. Fine, I do admit it. I did it. I purchased the chocolates. I added the poison. I put a peasant girl in debt just so I could force her to take the fall. I was the one who wanted the king murdered. But there's not a damn thing any of you can do about it. I am the one who holds the gavel. I am the one who passes the sentences. With snapping my fingers, I got each and every one of you guillotined the palace, the Austerlitz, before nightfall. Who judges the judges? Who stands above me? Nobody, not even God, can condemn me when I sit so highly. Was the king here? Attempting to murder a king, corrupting the court d'Assises. What an utterly repulsive individual. Don't touch me, you dirty pig. You have no authority over me. He doesn't. I do. Take him away, Inspector. I'm not done. I'm not done with any of you. You're all guilty. You'll see. A revolution is coming. The rebels will overturn Paris. The king and government will fall. The bourgeoisie will be slaughtered. We shall have a glorious second republic. A republic free of class, where everyone is free and equal. Hey, don't touch me. Just another ranting lunatic, Your Majesty. Ignore him. Of course. Carry on, Inspector. What? What happens now? I guess I'm supposed to take over the president's judge's duties. Well, given the surprising serious revelations that just took place, we believe the results are clear. We find the defendant, Prince Juan Querido, to be cleared of all charges. We therefore find the defendant not guilty. Jesus Christ. What happens to me now? Mademoiselle, it is clear that you were coerced. However, you still played a significant role in the king's assassination attempt. By all rights, you must be tried for your crimes. I see. I cannot argue. But as it happens, due process was not followed during this trial session. Judge Romulus thoroughly disrupted the proceedings. Consequently, I believe that most of the testimonies given during this trial session will not be seen as valid in a court of law. What does that mean? He's saying you're free to go. Correct. As a prosecutor, I see no crime to prosecute. Really? Thank you so much, Monsieur. And thank you, Messieurs. Without your help and assurances, I don't know where I would be right now. So, are my parents really in Vienna? I think so, but you would have to ask the Fox for details. I don't know exactly what he arranged. Although, I know that Judge Romulus poses no threat, I suppose your parents would be free to move back to Paris. Actually, I may follow them to Vienna. You need a holiday after all this drama? Well, yes, but I also want to get away from here before the fighting starts. You mean the revolution Judge Romulus mentioned. He doesn't seem mentally stable. Pay him no mind. It's not just him, Monsieur. In the streets, everyone talks of an uprising. If you were smart, you would clear out of here too. Thanks for the concern, Mademoiselle. But we're far from smart, so we're staying put. I see. Then, good luck, Messieurs, and farewell. Maybe we can meet again when this is all blown over. Wait, Mademoiselle, don't you want to have a quick celebratory drink? Oh, she's gone. So, I guess it's just you, me, and the fox, right, Falcon? That sounds good, Sprossen. Take Prince Juan back to the Aviary office. I need to sort out some paperwork with Severin. Okie dokie. I suppose the congratulations are in order. Uncovering the truth in the way that you did. It was quite a feat. Everything went far better than I could have hoped, but you surprised me at the end with that little lie of yours. Lie? This trial's testimonies are completely invalid. Bullcock. You and I both know that this trial has produced ample valid evidence for Mademoiselle Signy to be detained and tried. Even with the coercion accounted for, I bet she would still be found guilty of conspiracy or accessory to murder. So why are you holding back? 10, maybe even 5 years ago, I probably would have prosecuted Mademoiselle Signy. When I was fresh out of law school, I thought my role as prosecutor was to condemn every potential criminal that came my way. I thought if a guilty person ends up behind bars or on the hanging dock, then justice has been served. But as I gained experience, I started noticing the details. The details? The extenuating circumstances, the personal considerations. The gaps in the law where, even when due process is followed to the letter, good people are punished when wrongdoers walk free. I hated it, so I changed my rule. I decided I should not strive to secure a guilty verdict, but to ensure that justice is served. I can prosecute Mademoiselle Signy, and she would definitely be convicted, but that would not serve justice. You're a good lawyer. You're a good lawyer, Cocorico. Well, you're not terrible, Falcon. I must congratulate you, Senor Falcon and Senor Sparrowson. Hey, what am I doing so using that old accent? I, of course, meant congratulations, Monsieur Falcon and Monsieur Sparrowson. It's no big deal. We were just doing our jobs. No, your job ended when you proved my innocence. Everything after that was you going above and beyond your duties. Of course, I was counting on you to do so. A lesser lawyer would surely have stumbled or caved in. Oh, before I forget, your payment. Thank you, Monsieur Vulpes. This has been a strange case, but I'm glad the truth came to light. I'll see you out. Wait, Monsieur Vulpes, before you go, something's been bothering me. Why did you come to us in the first place? Surely there are much more reputable lawyers out there who could have done a better job. Oh? More reputable than the Falcon that stands before me? Yeah, Falcon's got a sucky track record. True, he does have a mixed record, but his family's name is hugely respected in the lawyering world. I chose Monsieur Falcon as my lawyer for that reason alone. Huh? Really? I've never heard of another lawyer named Falcon. Let's not go down this road, Monsieur Vulpes. I don't go by my old name for a reason. That is fair. We shouldn't be fixated on the past, should we? After all, it's already been and gone. The future is where our potential lies, and that's where we should be paying attention to. A storm is approaching fast. You mean the revolution that the crooked judge mentioned? Indeed. I dare say that the wolf is right. A rebellion is coming, one way or another. Listen, Monsieur Falcon, you'll probably have a surge of work over the coming days. If you want me to dig up the dirt on anyone, please feel free to drop by my office at any time. Dig up the dirt? I am a private investigator. It's what I do. We'll bear it in mind. Thank you, Monsieur Vulpes. Good day, messieurs. I'm going to go get a drink. Seriously, Falcon? What? I was just going to ask if you want a tea or coffee. End of Act 2! Oh boy. That was very long. My throat hurts a lot. That was an interesting case. A lot of twists and turns. I didn't expect it to be the judge. Did you suspect the judge? I did not suspect the judge. He was a little shifty with his behavior, but I just figured he was a crooked judge. I didn't think he was, like, the guy putting forth the murder. Yeah, that was interesting. I liked it. I liked the twist. Also, it just seemed like the revolution is coming based on timing, so that's interesting. Wonder how that's going to play into the story. Yeah. So leave a comment down below what you thought about the case. Excuse me, what you thought about the people. Remember to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. It really helps the channel grow. And I'll catch y'all next time. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye!